Look at how this ex-president was held to account and maybe, just maybe, think twice about trying to overturn an election. Joining me now to discuss this is my Saturday night panel, Anthony Coley, Msnbc Justice and Legal Affairs analyst. He's also a former director of the Office of Public Affairs and former senior advisor to Attorney General Merrick Garland. Cynthia Altony is an Msnbc legal analyst and a former federal prosecutor. And Olivia Troy, former Homeland Security and Counterterrorism advisor to Vice President Mike Pence. It's great to have all three of you with us. Cynthia, I'll start with you. I mean, there were already reports this week about how Judge Chutkan would likely move this case through very quickly. And I think we just got a glimpse of that today with her swift response, appearing to prove that point. Do you think her moves today set the tone for how she plans to see this case throughout? And what do you make of how today's string of legal news unraveled quite rapidly, I would argue?
Right, and continues to unravel because the president, the former president, continues to tweet in violation of her order, which, I feel sorry for the lawyers because they obviously have no control over their client. He is either completely deranged because a woman of color is telling him what to do, or he's purposely trying to push her to do something that he can raise money on down the road. I mean, it's shocking that he was told not to retaliate against a witness, and that's exactly what he's done on the Pence tweet. And he was told not to interfere, and that's exactly what the threats that he's made are doing. And when she says, we expect a report by Monday, and his lawyers say, I'm sorry, we don't think that makes sense, we want more time, but then they have time to go on 5 television shows tomorrow morning, that's going to do nothing but enrage her. The one thing that the judge has absolute control over is her calendar and when that trial date is. And the one thing Trump really wants is to delay the trial. And what he's going to find out is this trial is not going to be delayed. She is going to push it and push it very hard to be done before the election.
You bring up a really important point, and we'll dig into it a little bit about the lawyers for Trump here. But let me just ask you really quickly, Cynthia, to explain to us, to myself and viewers, the difference between a protective order, which is what the special counsel is actually asking for here, and not a